What is going on, everybody? I am Mimic Souls, and today we're going to cover the 1.1 Thaw of Eons update and what you should all be looking forward to and expecting. So, we got the new area, Mount Firmament, a secluded realm situated on the southeastern ocean of Jinzhou territory. Legend has it that Sentinel Jue once descended on this ancestral homeland of Jinzhou inhabitants. This is obviously going to be the rover's notes for version 1.1. So, Scar once claimed the Fraxidus had imprisoned Sentinel Jue, a claim woven between fact and fantasy that remains unclear to this day. The only certainty is that Sentinel Jue will finally manifest itself on Mount Firmament, situated on the southeastern ocean of Jinzhou. So if you've seen this rock over here that looks like a dragon head poking out of the water, that's where we're going next in Wuthering Waves. I'm super excited. I thought that looked like a cool-ass rock, and now I'm super excited to find out that's the area we're going. So, rumors suggest that Mount Firmament operates under abnormal temporal mechanics, where time flows significantly slower than in the outside world. Several months spent on the mountains equals hundreds of years passing elsewhere. Oh, shit. That could be both good and bad. I don't know how they're going to utilize that mechanic, or if we're going to, like, do some time travel, timey-wimey, mumbo-jumbo bullshit. But now you've got my curiosity. I wonder if we're going to get a character in the future who manipulates time that comes from Mount Firmament. That would be a cool idea. Yo, Carl, hit me up. You know, I got them ideas. So, to confirm the safety of Sentinel Jue, Jinzhou magistrate has set off to Mount Firmament to find its whereabouts. However, her contact with the city hall seems to have been suspended for several days. In her last message, Sanawa noticed that she appeared unusually weak. Oh god, no. Fuck. Yeah, doesn't surprise me. I'm hoping Jinxi's okay. The missing magistrate. Navigating through the waters is treacherous due to the thick fog. To safely reach the shores of Mount Firmament, you'll need to wait for precise timing and the expertise of a wayfinder. It's Counselor Cheng Li, the wayfinder, you need for this journey. So Cheng Li is going to help us get to Mount Firmament, it seems like, and find Jinxi. Which now makes me confused because with that kind of info, it surprises me that Cheng Li isn't going to be on the first banner and then Jinxi. However, I am going to just go ahead and say this. 1.1's banner is going to make 1.0's $140-150 million in revenue look like a joke. Okay? I think that's going to make so fucking much money. In my opinion, that's going to make a shitload. But that's just my opinion. So, Port the Savante mechanism, with the unique design of Mount Firmament, is said to be able to restore altered items. So this is the Chrono Sorter. So I'm pretty sure this is like how we're going to manipulate time and traverse the map. So that's going to be super exciting. I can't wait to see that. Honglong. I'm trying to pronounce these names. I'm not Chinese. I don't speak Chinese. So forgive me, okay? I don't know how to pronounce it properly. So that's going to be the new city that we're going to encounter within Honglong. So that's going to be the new city that we encounter within Honglong. So I'm looking forward to that. From what I've been told, we're going to go and cover the other. We're going to go and cover the new areas as well. True Seeker's Pass. We'll cover the city in a minute. Main Long Chamber. Mayan Long Chamber. So, some kind of dragon chamber, right? Sentinel Jue, a majestic deity with unquestionable power. Omniscient of Jinzhou's past, present, and future. Jue, the wielder of time's flow, sees eons as mere moments. In an instant, Jue can change the universe forever. So Sentinels are the equivalent of gods. Got it. Jinxi is the appointed resonator of Sentinel Jue, sharing a familial bond with the Sentinel. When Jinxi bears the scales of Long on her body, it means... What is this little thing here? Doesn't tell us. Cool. Yeah, I don't know what's good. It's like a dragonification process. Like, there's an anime that does something like this. I don't remember what it was called. But there was an anime that did something very, very similar to this. So that's curious. I'm excited to see what that's going to be. Alright. And now we're going to go over the... Let's see. I believe that was the rover's notes. Yes? No. Okay, so let's go over Honglong Jinzhou. The geographic lands and waters. This is Mount Firmament, right? So it's a secluded island situated in the southeastern ocean of Jinzhou territory. Cloaked in mist, it obscures the connection to the secular world. Mount Firmament serves as an ancestral homeland of Jinzhou inhabitants. Legend has it that Sentinel Jue descended here to guide them. Navigating its waters is treacherous due to the thick fog. To safely reach its shores, you'll need a way for precise timing and the expertise of a wayfinder. As we heard earlier. Luminous Shores, a vast field of shore resting on the corner of Mount Firmament. It stands on the endless ridge of Mount Firmament, welcoming roving voyagers to the farther side of the Sea of Fog. Interesting. That looks pretty. So does this. On the end of Luminous Shores lies a nameless cave through which you can reach the hidden realm of Mount Firmament. Long's Ridge. I don't know why they just don't call it dragon. Long is basically a dragon with no wings. But that's what it is. South to Mount Firmament aligns towering mountains, weaving a winding and tortuous course akin to Long's body, hence its name. Through the perilous peaks protrude along Long's Ridge, it harbors a diverse variety of tundra inhabitants. The people of Mount Firmament named the areas after Jue to commemorate the miracle brought forth by it. I see. Long's Crest, originally called Empyrean Cliff, kind of a better name. The pinnacle of Long's Crest perches atop Mount Firmament. To celebrate the blessings of Jue, residents of Mount Firmament carved its central pike into Jue's statue, after which Empyrean Cliff was renamed Long's Crest. Got it. Temporal Loop. Sonoro sphere granted by Sentinel Jue. Within this chaotic loop, the origin and absolute of all things is deeply embedded in the disorder of day and night, the cycling seasons. The dormant ground for Sentinel Jue. In restless winds and year-round snows, scarce traces of humanity can be found here. Rumor has it that formidable obstacles are set to hinder steps from who dare to trespass its domain. So this is Long's Rest. Interesting. It looks really good. Mind Long Chamber. The very vessel that carried Sentinel until its fall on Mount Firmament. Now hiding inside the depths of Long's Rest. Some suspected it was the hibernation pod for Jue. Jue's interstellar trek from a faraway galaxy? Interesting. We're getting like space things up in this bitch. Okay. Xuanji Ridges. When Jue first appeared on Mount Firmament, it left the giant and strange rings interspread among lofty cliffs. No one could perceive their meanings except Jue. True Seeker's Pass is the court of Savante ruins in Mount Firmament. Years ago, the researchers journeyed a great distance to Mount Firmament in seek of a myth. Today, facilities and precious study materials remain, yet the craters are nowhere to be found. Okay. So, that's a thing. And then finally, Honglong, which I told you that we were going to look at as well. This is going to be the city that we're going to be going to next. This is the next city in Honglong that we'll be visiting, right? So, get excited. A self-sufficient town isolated from the outside world. Buildings of sleekness and elegance are scattered in the streets with the red leaves and white snow adding to its silent beauty. Honglong has been isolated from the world for many years, with outsiders visiting. The village operates in an office where villagers take turns managing various town affairs. Interesting. Gate of Mount Firmament. Jin Yi, once an important figure in City Hall, later resigned to nurse her illness in Mount Firmament. Now she is in charge of general affairs. Okay. Water plums. A blossom of plum retreated by Ancestral inhabitants of Mount Firmament, now preserved in a container under the gate. An overwhelming fragrance emerges from its crystal petals, heated in the steam of the hot springs and spreading to its surroundings. Mount Firmament, so Sagaki Springs. Mount Firmament enjoys natural resources of hot springs. Surrounded by dancing snowflakes, the warmth provided by the hot springs is intensified even more. Sagaki Springs receives its name from the cinnabar-colored mountains nearby and fatigue-relieving effects they offer. I can use some of that right now. As a favorite side by the people of Honglong, they have been treated to a variety of entertainments during the years of seclusion. Sagaki Springs Therapy. Find a suitable site in Sagaki Springs with desired temperature. Bathing in the water will perk you up and cleanse your body of harmful elements. Don't forget to prepare a pot of cold tea and a basket of snacks to share with your friends. I don't have those. Do not grow addicted to its warmth. Excessive duration of bathing will loss of consciousness. In that case, remember to supply yourself with enough water. Springs are also enjoyed by the creatures of the wilderness. For the concerns of your safety, please refrain from visiting springs in isolated spots. That sounds fun, though. Water Shadow Screen. Screens made from mountain rocks and used for water shadow play. People of Mount Firmament often enjoy their leisure time here, brewing and sipping tea while watching a water shadow play. Interesting. That sounds cool. We just kind of cover that. Brewing tea. So it seems like they like their tea, their hot springs. So they have their own, like, culture over there that's different than Jinzhou, from what I can tell so far. Stream of snow shadows. From here, the waterfall runs off a cliff and joins the water system of Honglong. Tiny branches planted by ancestors since the establishment now have grown into trees, while rocks rounded from the consciousness erosion of the spring. With these existing sites as a basis, the people of Honglong added silver flowers in the stones as a rising steam, joining the cascading waterfall together to reproduce a fabled wonder. Huh. And then we got a new souvenir shop. I'm not gonna cover every single one of these and read them all. We got a new pharmacy. Okay. So, okay, that's really cool. So these are the areas that are coming and what's to be expected to come in 1.1. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. And if you did, make sure to go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and share it with your friends, right? And make sure to also catch me on twitch.tv/MimicSouls, where I've been occupying my time with Elden Ring's DLC. Great timing. I have to beat it within a few days. Anyway, everyone, I'm going to catch you all later. Make sure to go follow me, like, subscribe, all the things that I just said to go do. Yo, and catch you later.